Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the important current affairs, but before going into the video, please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We will provide the links in the description as well as comment section below. So let us see the current affairs for today. So Jharkhand State Assembly has passed a bill to prevent mob violence and mob lynching. So this bill is called the Prevention of Mob Violence and Mob Lynching Bill 2021. So this is aimed at providing effective protection of the constitutional rights and prevention of mob violence in the state. So once notified after the assent of the governor, so this bill will make Jharkhand the fourth state after West Bengal, Rajasthan and Manipur to have a bill preventing mob violence and mob lynching. So this bill provides a jail term of 3 years to lifetime and fines up to 25 lakhs against the people who are involved in mob lynching leading to an injury or death. Okay, so the bill explains that lynching is an act or a series of acts of violence or death or aiding, abetting or attempting an attempt of violence or death, whether spontaneous or planned by a mob on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, language, dietary practices, sexual orientation, political affiliation, ethnicity and any other grounds. So if you do in any other circumstances, you will be jailed, you will be given a punishment up to 25 lakh rupees. So this is launched by Jharkhand. So Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, Governor of Jharkhand Ramesh Vyas. So Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has inaugurated Odisha's longest bridge called T Bridge in Cuttack city. So this bridge is in the shape of T, so that is why it is called T Bridge. So this bridge was constructed at a cost of 111 crores. So it's a 4-kilometer long bridge which is connecting the Gopinathpur to Banki. Okay, so and both Gopinathpur and Banki both will be connected to the Singanath temple in Cuttack. Okay, so this will cut the distance between Banki and Gopinathpur by 45 kilometers. So this bridge will facilitate communication for nearly 5 lakh people in the nearby localities. It will improve the agricultural, business, tourism activities in the region. So this is mainly for the devotees who are visiting the Baba Singanath temple in the Badamba district. Okay, so it is launched in Orissa. So Orissa Governor Ganesh Lal, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik. So next, NPCI is partnering with Udemy Business to encourage skill in their employees. Okay, so National Payments Corporation of India, so they have an agreement with the Udemy Business. Now they will encourage innovative learning and skill development for the employees of NPCI. So it's a 3-year partnership where they will be provided skills in technology domain, behavioral and leadership qualities to the employees of NPCI. So through the mission called Talent Development for All, so they provide capacity building programs in artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, robotic process automation, all these things. NPCI employees will be given training by Udemy. So Udemy was established in 2010. It is headquartered in San Francisco in USA. And NPCI, you know, it is the umbrella organization for all the retail payments in India. It is set up by RBI with the support of Indian Banks Association in 2008 and it is headquartered in Mumbai. So Niti Aayog has tied up with United Nations World Food Programme to diversify the food basket. So this partnership is mainly to focus the mainstream millets, supporting India in taking a lead internationally in knowledge exchange, mainly in the role of millets. So 2023 is considered as the International Year of Millets. India way back in 2018 celebrated the Year of Millets. So in this partnership, it is mainly to build a resilient livelihood for small farmers, adaptation capacities towards climate change and also transforming the food habits. So this statement of intent between Niti Aayog and World Food Programme, it will focus on strategic and technological collaboration to strengthen climate resilient agriculture for enhanced food and security, food and nutrition security across India. So who launched this? Niti Aayog, established 2015, headquarters New Delhi, Chairman Narendra Modi, Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar, CEO Amitabh Kant. World Food Programme was launched in 1961. It is headquartered in Rome, Italy. So India successfully tested Pralay missile in Odisha coast in the APJ Abdul Kalam Island. So this is a surface to surface missile. It is developed by DRDO based on Prithvi missile. Okay, so this missile was launched and it showed a high degree accuracy, validating the control guidance and mission algorithms. So this missile Pralay has a range of 150 to 500 kilometers. It is powered with a solar propellant rocket motor engine, and this has state-of-art navigation and integrated avionics system. So this is about Pralay, a new surface-to-surface missile developed by DRDO, established 1958, headquarters in New Delhi, chairman is Satish Reddy. So Indian Oil Corporation, they have acquired 4.93% stake in Indian Gas Exchange. Okay, so Indian Oil has acquired nearly 36 lakh equity shares with a face value of 10 rupees each, which is equivalent to 4.9% in the Indian Gas Exchange Limited. So what is this Indian Gas Exchange Limited? So it is a wholly owned subsidiary of Indian Energy Exchange. It is India's first nationwide online based online delivery based gas trading platform. So here you can buy gas, here you can sell gas. So it's a digital platform where you can allow buyers and sellers of natural gas to trade in spot market as well as forward market from across three hubs like the Dahej and Hazira in Gujarat and Kakinada in Andhra Pradesh, where you can buy gas from all these stations. So India Gas Exchange is nothing but a place where sellers and buyers can exchange gas. Okay, so this was established in 2020. It is headquartered in Noida. Indian Oil, you know, it is established in 1959. Headquarters is in New Delhi. So MasterCard and Google Pay, they have tied up for tokenization for card-based payments. Okay, so MasterCard and Google Pay, so both of them launched this tokenization of card-based payments. So this is mainly to secure transaction or money transactions among the Google Pay users. So tokenization will allow the MasterCard holders to make payments through a secure digital token attached to their phone without sharing the card details. So whenever you are using Google Pay and you are paying or you are doing payments, generally you enter the card number, the name on the card and the CVV number. Here you need not enter all these things. Simply using a token instead of all these card details, you can simply purchase using Google Pay. Okay, so this payment credentials are tokenized. They are stored in mobile phones using the MasterCard digital enablement service. Okay, so this will make your credit card details safe or debit card details very safe if ever your mobile phone is misplaced. So these are the advantages. So Google Pay, it's a digital wallet platform and online payment system developed by Google. Google was established 1998, headquarters in California. The CEO is Sundar Pichai. MasterCard established 1966, headquarters is in New York. So Wipro is going to acquire Agile for nearly 230 million US dollars. So Agile is a popular cybersecurity consulting provider. So it was established in 2001. So it is mainly leading in the cybersecurity business, which has a total employees of 182. So Wipro now acquired this Agile, and both of them will develop the Wipro Cyber Transform. It's an integrated suite that will help entrepreneurs enhance boardroom governance of cybersecurity risk, invest in robust cyber strategies, and reap the value of practical cyber security in action. Okay, so Wipro acquired them. So Wipro established 1945, headquarters in Bengaluru. Agile established 2001, headquarters is in Austin in Texas state in United States of America. So State Bank of India has acquired a minority stake in the JSW Jindal Steel Works cement factory of 100 crore rupees worth. So using the compulsory convertible preference share, State Bank of India has acquired 100 crore stake in JSW Cement Limited. So convertible preference shares means these kind of securities can be converted into other kind of securities. Like for example, bonds can be converted into shares, shares can be converted into bonds. Now they purchased shares, they can be converted in future into bonds. So this is convertible preference shares. So compulsory convertible preference shares means they can be converted. Tomorrow they can be converted. So SBI established 1955, headquarters is in Mumbai. Chairman Dinesh Kumar Kara. Tagline of SBI, Suraksha aur Bharosa dono. JSW established in 2009. JSW Cement headquarters is in Mumbai. So Bank of Baroda is the first in the total digital transactions, overall digital transactions among the large banks for this financial year 20-21. So Bank of Baroda was given the prize by the Ministry of Electronics and IT. So at the digital payments also. So Bank of Baroda received nearly 5 DigiDhan awards for 2019-20 and 2020-21. Okay, so they have showed exceptional performance in the overall digital transactions. On the eve of 75th anniversary of Indian independence, The Ministry of Electronics is celebrating the digital payments also. Recently, Karnataka Bank has won 2 awards. Now, Bank of Baroda won 5 awards. So, please remember, Bank of Baroda established 1908. Headquarters is in Vadodara in Gujarat. Tagline, India's International Bank. So, Bank of Baroda, Dina Bank and Vijaya Bank in 2019 were merged with the Bank of Baroda. So, please remember, these also very, very important for upcoming bank exams. So, the advanced tax collection has risen to 54%, now to 4.6 lakh crore. So, according to the Finance Ministry notification, advanced tax collection has been increased to 53.5%, which is equivalent to 4.6 lakh crore so far in this fiscal year. Okay, so it is a great sign of economic recovery. So, in these last 3 quarters, quarter 1, 2, 3, so it is totally 4.6 lakh crore as on December 16. So, if you see the last year, same last year, if you see the collection was just 2,99,000. If you take it 3 lakh, now it is 4.6 lakh. So 53% hike in the advanced tax collection. What is advanced tax collection? Generally, in the year end, you pay your income tax. So generally, few people pay taxes beforehand to avoid lump sum payment at the end. So ముందుగానే పే చేస్తారనమాట అమౌంట్. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు లాస్ట్లో పే చేయాలి ఒకేసారి లంప్ సమ్ అమౌంట్. సేఫ్ సైడ్గా కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ పేయర్స్ ముందుగానే కొంత అమౌంట్ ముందే పే చేసేస్తారు గవర్నమెంట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ది అడ్వాన్స్ ట్యాక్స్ కలెక్షన్ విచ్ యూ పే ఎర్లియర్ ఇన్ అడ్వాన్స్. So the direct tax collection is 9.45 lakh crores. Earlier it is 5.88 lakh crores in last year. So there is a 60.8% hike in the direct tax collection also till date. So this is the information given by the Ministry of Finance. You know the Minister of Finance, Nirmala Sitharaman. So Divya Hegde has won the United Nations Women Award for Leadership Commitment 2021. So this award is presented at the 2021 Regional Asia Pacific Women Entrepreneur Principal Awards ceremony. So she is recognized for advancing gender equality through climate action efforts through her organizations. Okay. So other than Divya Hegde, so these are the other important personalities and organizations which have won the awards in various categories. So these awards are presented by the UN Women, so mainly to recognize the achievement of business which are actively working to empower women. So these awards are hosted by UN Women, We Empower Asia program and European Union as the donor and partner. So United Nations Women, which is called the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and Empowerment of Women, simply called UN Women. It is mainly working for the gender equality and empowerment of women. So it is established in 2010, headquarters is in New York. It focuses on various issues like violence against the women, rights of the LGBT community, all these things. So WADA reports. So WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency. So they gave a report recently, and in this report, India is among the top 3 dope violators. Okay. So India has involved in 152 times of dope violations in the 2019 year. So Russia has highest violations, followed by Italy, then India, then Brazil, then Iran. So these are the top 5 nations in dope violations. Russia, Italy, India, Brazil and Iran. Okay. So in 2019, 152 dope violations happened in India. So maximum violations happened in bodybuilding competition, bodybuilding segment, followed by weightlifting, athletics, wrestling and boxing. So overall 2.7 lakh samples were collected by anti-doping organizations across the world, of which 2,700 are the violations. So you can see the amount of violations happening in these sports. So WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, so it's a foundation mainly to promote, coordinate and monitor fight against drugs in sports, established in 1999, headquartered in Montreal in Canada. So Badminton World Federation World Championships 2021. So here is the list of the entire title winners. So men's single is won by Loh Kin Yew of Singapore. So Yamaguchi of Japan won the women's single title. So Takura Huki and Yuko Kobayashi of Japan won the men's doubles. Shin and Zia of China won the women's doubles. Dechbol and Sapsuri of Thailand won the mixed doubles. Okay. So here is the list. Please go through the list. Excuse me. So Badminton World Federation World Championships 2021. So please go through the list. And recently, yesterday only we discussed. So Srikanth is the first Indian to win silver medal in the men's singles, and in the same event, Lakshya Sen won the bronze event. So this World Championships is officially called the Total Energies World Championship 2021, which was held in Spain between December 12 to 19. So in this, Srikanth and Lakshya Sen won silver and bronze, and you know the gold medal won by Loh Keen Yew of Singapore. Okay, so please go through the list, very, very important. So this event is organized by the Badminton World Federation, which is the governing body of badminton, established in 1934, headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So a book called Bachelor Dad. So this book is authored by popular Bollywood actor Tushar Kapoor. It is his first book. The actor is a single father to his son Lakshya Kapoor. So he got his son through surrogacy in 2016. So the journey of slightly unconditional road to fatherhood. So he's explained in his book called Bachelor Dad. So you can see in the picture, the cover page of the book, where Tushar Kapoor is carrying his son Lakshya Kapoor. So Bachelor Dad is authored by Tushar Kapoor. So finally, National Farmers Day is observed on 23rd December. 23rd December is the birth anniversary of the champion of Indian peasants, former Prime Minister Chaudhary Charan Singh. So the birth anniversary of Chaudhary Charan Singh, the 5th Prime Minister of India, is observed as Kisan Divas or National Farmers Day. So Chaudhary Charan Singh is very popular for bringing farmer-friendly policies, working towards the welfare of farmers. He was the Prime Minister of India between 1979 to 1980. So he was very instrumental in bringing the Debt Redemption Bill of 1939, which will give relief to the farmers from money lenders. And also he is instrumental in bringing the Land Holding Act of 1960, which aimed at lowering the ceiling on land holdings to make it uniform across the state. So by Land Ceiling Act or by Land Holding Act, so equality between the farmers was created. So he is very popular among the peasants. So on his birthday, National Farmers Day is observed on 23rd December. So quickly we'll revise. The Jharkhand state bought a bill to prevent mob violence and mob lynching. Odisha's longest T bridge is launched in Cuttack. Udemy Business and NPCI tied up to encourage skills in their employees. Niti Aayog and World Food Program to diversify the food basket. Pralay is the missile successfully tested in Odisha by DRDO. IOCL acquired 4.93% stake in Indian Gas Exchange. MasterCard and Google Pay providing tokenization for card-based payments. Wipro acquired Agile for $230 million. So State Bank of India has acquired minority stake in JSW Cement for 100 crores. Bank of Baroda is first in overall transactions by MeitY. They have received total 5 Digitan awards in the digital payments also. Advanced tax collection has 54% hike to 4.6 lakh crores. Divya Hegde won the UN Women Award for Leadership Commitment 2021. So World Anti-Doping Agency report. So top 3 violators, if you see, India is in 3rd rank, Russia, Italy and India, top 3. So Badminton World Federation World Championships, men's singles is won by Loh Keen Yew of Singapore. So please remember the entire list: men, women, mixed doubles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and silver by Srikanth and bronze by Lakshya Sen from India. So remember in men's singles. Tushar Kapoor authored Bachelor Dad. So National Farmers Day observed on 23rd December. Okay. So these are the current affairs for today. So quickly watch this video. Please answer the MCQs at 7 PM on our Telegram channel. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We will provide the links in the description as well as comment section. Thank you students. We'll meet in the next class.